Hello and welcome to the Aniview Interviews. I'm Lyzl and I'm here with SquishyNinja. So can you introduce yourself a bit?
Sure. On the internet, I'm known as Squishy or SquishyNinja. I've been watching anime basically all my life,
Hmm.
and I'm really big on the internet. And yeah.
Awesome. So the first question, as I ask everyone, what's your favorite anime? Or if you don't have one, what's one that best describes your taste in anime?
Well, my favorite anime would be Higurashi, just because it really shows how anime can change. Like, there's not really stuck in many stereotypes because it looks moe, but it's not.
All right, cool. So, did you like Kai? I was just wondering with this question.
Well, I'm kind of a sick, twisted person, so I didn't really like Kai because it didn't murder people as much.
Hmm.
But it was good for the story, and that satisfied me enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much my exact opinion on it. So yeah, is there any other series? Just because I have talked about Higurashi with someone else, is there any other series that you'd consider a high point for you?
Definitely Baccano,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a.
because
Sorry.
yeah, I love Baccano. I don't really know how to describe it. It kind of just like Higurashi, it shows how different anime can be,
Mm-hmm.
and just how it's like completely complex. That one is much more complex than Higurashi, and I just love it.
Yeah. Yeah. That one. I definitely like that it had all these different characters and they had all their own motives. And I wouldn't. You couldn't really say who the main character is. Yes, there's like characters that were for some episodes like the main characters, but there's a lot of different stuff going on there. Are you watching Durarara, the show that's made by the same people?
Due to the horrible quality of my computer, no.
Mm. So, by horrible quality of your computer, what do you mean by that?
It kind of shuts off every maybe 30 minutes. So it takes me a lot of work to just keep it on. So it's been halting my anime a lot.
So, do you usually watch anime on your computer, or are you like a DVD, like on TV person, and or is just your computer like broke right now?
It's just that my computer is broken right now. I
Mm.
normally watch all the fan subs because it's the best way to get like all the new anime.
Hmm.
But now that my computer is being messed up, I have started delving into buying DVDs.
Oh wow. So that's a interesting way to get to into buying DVDs. Actually, yeah. This summer I was supposed to get a job and whatnot. That has been happening, but in anticipation of getting a job, when I was at Anime North, I bought a lot of box sets that I really wanted. But now I have no money. So, but yeah, now I have a lot of anime to watch. So that's good. Um, yeah. So yeah, Baccano is a really good series, and if when you do get the chance, I would really highly recommend Durarara because to me, I loved Baccano. When we reviewed it, I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought it was an excellent series, but it didn't have that sort of I don't know. I felt it was a lot of style and didn't have
Mhm.
too much of a deep storyline. Whereas Durarara, the one that the same people are creating now,
Yeah.
is it has that story, but it also has all the antics and everything that that Baccano had. So I'm just like it's to me, it's just plain better. I love it.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, next question. What makes anime an interesting medium for you? Why do you watch it over, let's say, film, manga, also any other sort of consumable media?
Well, the big thing that people always ask me is why do you watch anime when there's TV?
Yeah.
Um, well, personally, I think that the people on TV, when they act, there are many times when you can tell that they're acting, like they don't really get into the role,
Hmm.
and you could just tell that they're just trying to finish it off. When in anime, it's really just the say you like their work or just the voice actors love their work, and so like you could really tell the emotions plus the fact that it's animated and they can animate those emotions and it doesn't look fake at all.
Yeah, so it's the sort of realism factor that anime can give you. Like you feel there's
Yeah.
sort of a falseness to TV. And I mean, TV right now is filled with reality television too, which kind of marks its quality down a bit too. Like if you're looking
Yeah.
for real stories, I'm saying.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, is there any particular shows that you've watched at any point in your career that hold like special meaning to you? Not necessarily favorites, just like when you watch them, maybe they brought you into a new genre or you watched it with someone really important to you, anything like that?
Well, I would have to say again Higurashi because that was the first time I actually got into the whole mind screw kind of anime.
Hmm.
Also, Death Note was a big one because that's how I got a whole bunch of people into anime. I brought the manga to school one day and it just started an entire revolution.
That's amazing. As you may or may not know, I have a little special place in my heart for Death Note. Now, Death Note for me, I don't know what it is about that show, but it's like, actually, I'm gonna clarify this, but before like 3 months ago, I would have always said this: is that no other show has ever got me where I was watching it seasonally, and every
Mhm.
single episode, I was just desperate to watch. The second episode finished, I want to see the next episode like so badly, and no other anime has done it at least to that level. For
Mhm.
me ever again, like it's most anime I just watch and I'm just doing it because I have the free time right now and I like watching anime, but it's not like I need it. I need to have my next episode. But Death Note definitely had that for me, even when it got to the quote unquote worst parts, which I agree are worst parts in the later seasons of it,
Right.
with yeah the new characters and whatnot. And
Mhm.
yeah, I just truly think that show's amazing. However, this might be sort of a what's it called? Giving away the star rating that I'm going to be giving the show. But Durarara, watching it right now, honestly,
Mhm.
just watched episode 22 and I'm already like starving to see episode 23. I am just loving that show to death. And yeah, it's just that it had everything I wanted. The characters were amazing, the feel of it, and it just and I do think that it's a great gateway drug anime just to show to other people because it has a quality that like no TV shows really have.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a great series. Is any other psychological series that you really enjoyed?
There are a lot of psychological manga that I really, really like.
Yeah, sure. Any of those?
Like Mirai Nikki, uh, Future Diary. That one is more of the kind of murderous, but it's still pretty psychologically good. Also, Dead Man Wonderland is a good one, and I remember there was a small series that I read that was called Doubt, and I was able to read that in one day, but it scared me so bad.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of manga, but do you like go into like manga communities? Like, is there a whole like the thing is I find like the anime community is very vocal, and I don't know, maybe just because I'm in it that I see it all the time, but and I sort of have gotten a very good grasp of what the popular series are and like what people are thinking. Do you find the same thing for manga, or I find that manga is more diverse, like it has like even more large array of series out there. So do they
Yeah,
are there still like the massively popular ones, or are there more like everyone just finds their own niche?
um, well, there are the massively popular ones. Usually, if you really, really, really love the anime, the manga people will go read the manga too.
Hmm.
Um, as for being vocal, I mean, not many people talk about manga or review manga. I mostly see it as anime. Not
Yeah,
sure why.
I do wonder why that is. Actually, I don't. Now that I think about it, like movies in comparison to book reviews, there's a lot more movie reviewers than book reviewers too. It's just I don't know what it is about those types of things. It's just maybe there's something more easy about watching stuff than reading stuff. I don't know. Maybe people are lazy. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Do you think this is actually a question I haven't asked anyone because like I'm reading it for the first time here. But do you think that it's an odd question, but do you think that anime has sort of taught you anything? Has it changed your life in any way as by becoming a fan of it?
Oh, definitely. Um, it's changed my life for the good and for the bad, sort of.
Hmm.
The good because I've met so many people just by having that love of anime. Like I've walked around with like a Death Note shirt on and they'd be like, "Oh my God, Death Note, you watch that too?" And then we'd have an entire conversation about anime. And that's how I made a lot of my good friends.
That's awesome.
But
I just got a Death Note necklace and people have been commenting on it like every time I go out. It's amazing. It's amazing how many secret anime fans there are out there. Just need to find them.
yeah. And
And
then it sort of works for the bad because sometimes my love of anime kind of makes me poor or halts me from doing schoolwork.
oh yeah, definitely have been there. Not so much my love of anime, I'd say, but my love of anime reviewing has kind of sometimes took me away from school for a little while. But I don't know what it is. It's just I get really obsessive with I don't know, doing things that need accomplishment and whatever. So like if I'm watching a series, I need to finish it, and I'll sort of push away some other things if it's a good series. If it's a bad series, it can
Uh-huh.
wait. Um,